everyone, this is Anusha here. In this session, we are going to talk about all the PTE questions, okay? So let's begin. First, you have got total time of 3 hours in the test. However, some people also finish it within 1.5 hours and that's totally normal. Don't think, oh, you have finished it quickly, that means you haven't done it quite well. Next thing is the modules. There are 4 modules: speaking, writing, reading and listening, and then they have 20 question types altogether. Let's start with speaking. You've got 30 minutes to finish the entire speaking test, and within that you have 5 question types. Next is writing, 40 to 60 minutes, and you have got 2 question types. Third, reading, 32 to 41 minutes with 5 question types. Last but not least, listening, 45 to 57 minutes with 8 question types. Now remember, all these modules do not have equal marking in terms of the weightage. For example, speaking, although it has 90 for speaking, it also gives you marks towards reading and listening. For writing, it has marks towards reading. Reading has got 2 full marks for reading itself and for writing also. For listening, you have reading plus writing as well. Now, digging down deep into each question type, let's go ahead with speaking first. In the speaking test, the first question that comes to your screen is read aloud. In this question type, you have to read a passage without making hesitations, a lot of errors. Remember also that there's a difference between reading loudly and reading aloud. Loudly means increasing your volume, and aloud means just enough for the other person to listen to. There are 6 to 7 passages that you have to read aloud. They come one after another, and they give you marks towards speaking plus reading. In order to score high in speaking, you need to maintain fluency and correct pronunciation with clarity. If you want a lot of marks towards reading, then you need to aim for accuracy and, again, correct pronunciation and clarity. In terms of preparation time, you get 35 to 40 seconds to prepare one passage. After that, you'll get a beep sound. You need to speak only after the beep. If you speak before that, your voice will not be recorded. So let's say there is a beep now, and then you start. As soon as you finish speaking, please click next. Next is repeat sentence. In this question type, you have to repeat an audio. The audio will give you one sentence. You have to repeat as accurately as possible. It gives you marks towards speaking plus listening, and there will be 10 to 12 sentences. Maximum is 12, okay? So don't be surprised if you get a lot. Preparation time. There isn't any preparation time, so that means you will have to repeat as quickly as possible after the audio finishes. Recording time would be 15 seconds, but normally you would finish it in 5 seconds to 6 seconds. Next question, the third one, is describe image. There will be 6 to 7 images you have to describe, and it only gives you marks towards speaking. For practice time, you have 25 seconds to practice each image, after which you get a beep sound. Then you start recording your voice for 40 seconds. You will get detailed information in the class, okay? So do not just go into the test center without any preparation, without taking the class, because all the tricks, strategies and tips will be given there. Then comes a retell lecture question type. There will be 3 to 4 lectures that you have to retell. It gives you marks towards speaking and listening. With the preparation time 10 seconds, you have enough time to have a look at the notes that you have taken. Plus, you get 40 seconds to record your voice. Next question type is the last question type in the speaking module, which is answer short questions. 10 to 12 questions, general knowledge question types. You will have to answer that question in just 1 or 2 words. Do not have to speak a sentence, and you get listening marks as well. So that means if your answer is inaccurate, you won't get any listening marks. Preparation time is not given at all. So that means again you have to speak as soon as the audio finishes. And the recording time is for 15 seconds. Click next as soon as you finish your answer. Remember everybody, whoever is watching this video, the detailed strategies, tips, structures will be given inside the class. So do not go into the test center, I'm repeating, without knowing those strategies and tips. Now, next module is called writing. In this module, you have 2 question types. The first one is called summarize written text. As the name suggests, you have to summarize a text. 2 to 3 texts will be provided one after another, and it gives you reading plus writing marks. The very important criteria that you cannot miss is writing it in 1 sentence, meaning you cannot write 2 full stops. And if you have, it's considered invalid. Word count is 5 to 75 words. Writing more than 75 will be penalized heavily. You get 10 minutes for each text. So if you get 2, 20 minutes, 10 plus 10. One drawback is even if you finish it within 5 minutes, the next 5 minutes, that is the remaining 5 minutes, will not be carried forward to another question. So it's wise to spend all the 10 minutes doing that task properly and checking your work again and again. Next question type is called an essay. There'll be 1 or 2 questions for essay. Don't be surprised again if you get 2 essays. It also gives you marks only towards writing, unlike summarized written text, which gives you reading also. There are 3 types of essay questions, okay? So again, do not go into the test center without knowing these 3 types and without knowing the structure, plus without memorizing. If you go just, for example, like, oh, let's see what's going to happen in the test, I'll see what my level is, it's just waste of time. Okay, so remember to understand everything in detail in the class. 200 to 300 words is the word count limit. Do not write less than 200 or more than 300. 20 minutes. You get 20 minutes to write 1 essay. That means if you get 2 essays, you get 20 plus 20. And even if you save time in one of the essays, it won't be allocated in the next one. So it's wise again to spend all the 20 minutes writing 1 essay. Next question under next module, which is reading. The first question we are going to discuss today is called multiple choice question, multiple answer. Now remember, whatever question I'm going to deal with now will not be in the order of speaking. That means somebody can get multiple choice question, multiple answer in the beginning, whereas the other person may get it in the end or in the middle. Now, after multiple choice question, multiple answer, there are 4 different question types, but let's discuss this one first. 2 to 3 questions can come in your multiple choice questions, multiple answer. Again, as the name suggests, you have to choose more than 1 answer. For the detailed strategy, please attend the class. Now, next question is called multiple choice question, single answer. Also 2 to 3 questions, only gives you reading marks and only 1 answer is correct. Both of these require you to read a text, and after reading the text, you have to answer from the following options that they provide you. Next question type is called reorder paragraphs, and this is one of the daunting tasks. Many students struggle here. However, it's not as important as the next 2 questions that I'm going to discuss. 2 to 3 questions in the reorder paragraphs, only reading marks, and marks are allocated for pairs. What does that mean? Let me give you an example of reorder paragraph marking system, okay? Let's assume your answer is A, B, C, D, and the right answer is C, E, D, A, B. Now, traditionally, you wouldn't expect any mark here because your answers are not accurately positioned. However, in PTE test, you are not marked that way. Let's see how you're marked. AB, your answer. AB is the right answer also. So you get 1 mark because your sequence is correct. BC, no mark because B is in the end, C here, so there's no pair there. CE, very good. CE, there's CE in the right answer. And then ED, yep, very good. ED, there's 1 more mark. So no matter what happens, you still get 3 marks because of the pairing, not because of the sequence, not because of the position. Okay? Alright, now once you know this, make sure you practice accordingly. You try to get the pairs correct, not the position or even the sequence correct. Now let's go to the next question type, which is called drag and drop questions. This is a type of a fill in the blanks question, and there are 4 to 5 fill in the blanks questions. Reading only, it gives you only reading marks. And you need to understand collocation. Then we go for grammar. Grammar is essential. In all these blanks question, grammar is essential. Context and vocabulary. Now, to understand everything in detail, again, take the class where you will be given enough information about where to find these information and how to apply it in the blanks questions. Alright, the last question type is called drop down. This is another fill in the blanks question type where you get 6 to 7 questions and you are given marks towards writing also. Same thing as drag and drop, collocation, grammar, context and vocabulary is essential. You need to have information as to how the blanks must be filled. Just don't go with guessing, okay? Guessing is not the best idea because if you are targeting especially 7 or 8, you need to answer them correctly, and guessing might not do the right job in terms of getting accurate answers. There we go, you have all the 5 question types of reading section, and again in the class we will learn all the detailed strategies to crack these questions. Now, after the reading module, you have got listening module, but before that, you get 10 minutes of optional break. I highly recommend you taking that because you feel exhausted after all those 3 modules. So once we are back from our optional break, we get listening module, okay? The first question type is always fixed, which is summarize spoken text, and the last question is always also fixed, which is write from dictation. However, today in this session I'm going to discuss all of them not in the order of the test, okay? The first question we are discussing is called multiple choice question, multiple answer, and there more than one answer is correct. You have listening marks only from there, and there will be 2 to 3 questions. Next question type is called multiple choice question, single answer, which also has only listening marks and gives you 2 to 3 questions. Remember, it's a single answer, that means only one answer is correct. In both of these question types, you hear a recording, and according to the recording, you have to choose the right answers. Next question type is called select missing word. Now, the last part, the last few words or even one word sometimes will be beeped, meaning they won't be completing that recording fully. You have to guess what would come in the end out of the options. 4 options will be given, and out of 4, only 1 is correct. Obviously, it's not blind guessing. You will have enough hints inside the recording that you will need to pick and then select your right answer. We have got now summarized spoken text, which is the first question type and it's always fixed. In this question type, you get 10 minutes altogether, including the audio. Then if the audio is for 2 minutes, you get 8 minutes to write. Obviously, it won't be very long. The reason they're giving you 10 minutes is because of the word count. You have to write a minimum of 50 words and a maximum of 70 words. Try to be within the word count, because if you go beyond, it will be invalid. 2 to 3 questions will be provided. Next question type is called write from dictation. There will be an audio. In fact, there will be 3 to 4 audios, one after another. Listen to the first recording, type your answer. Then click next. Another question will be played. You type the answer exactly as they say. It has got listening and writing marks, okay? Another question type is called fill in the blanks. As the name suggests, they will give you blanks in the transcript. An audio will be played exactly as the transcript with some blanks, yeah? So you have to listen to the recording and understand what could go in that blanks, okay? Detailed information in the class, please. It gives you listening plus writing marks, and you have 2 to 3 questions to deal with. Next question is called highlight incorrect words. It's a very interesting type of question because again a transcript will be given, a recording will be played, and you have to select all the incorrect words from the audio. Example, it says listening, but the transcript has got reading. Okay, so you highlight that word reading. Okay, 2 to 3 questions, not a very difficult task, but be careful, it has got negative marking. Okay, there are 2 questions in fact I missed from multiple choice question, multiple answer. It also has got negative marking. Okay, let me write down which ones have got negative marking. This one is with negative marking and another one is here, negative. But don't be afraid because it's not going to affect the rest of the questions. The negative marking is only applicable within the question type. Alright, last but not least is highlight correct summary. 4 choices of summaries will be given to you and only one is correct. The nearest one would be the right answer, okay? Sometimes they will have wrong summaries, sometimes partial summaries. Always remember to choose the most general one and with the most information, not specific information, okay? So again, don't worry about answering them now because I will talk about it in the class. Right, now listening plus reading. They have got marks towards reading also, okay? And 2 to 3 questions. There's only one question type that has got 3 to 4 questions and that's write from dictation. That's the most important one. Okay, so that is the end of all the question types. Okay, let's just quickly have an overview. 3 hours, 4 modules, 20 question types: speaking, writing, reading, and listening. Speaking, we have 5 types. Then writing, we have 2 types. We got reading with 5 types. This one, MCQ multiple answer, has negative marking. And the last module with listening, there are maximum number of questions with 8 question types. But not to worry, it's not as hard as we think. Okay? Alright everyone, that would be it for the format class. Now do remember to attend all the classes until your course finishes because just knowing the format is not enough for the test. Okay, thank you so much and all the best for your preparation.